Okay, class. So today we're going to start with finding the circumference and the area of circles. I had you work Friday on some things about, getting you used to remembering what the diameter of the circle was and the radius of the circle. So today we'll work on circumference and area, and stop the video right now and take notes on what circumference means and what area means. And then you can start the video again. Okay, so circumference is like the perimeter. It's when you go around the circle. It's measuring the distance around the circle. And then the area is like measuring the space inside the circle. We are going to first work with circumference, and you also need to put these formulas in your notes also. So we have two that you can use. You can either use C equals pi times D, or you can use C equals 2 pi r. Now the D, of course, stands for diameter, and the r stands for radius. And the reason you can use either one of these is because 2 times the radius equals the diameter, so that makes both of these formulas the same thing. Okay, copy this in your notes and then continue. And of course for pi, we are going to use 3.14. I know your calculators have a pi key, but I prefer you to use 3.14. Alright, so let's practice. Alright, so here you have a circle. Now, you need to decide this 170 kilometer line. Is this your diameter or is it your radius? It's your diameter. It goes all the way across. It's the diameter. Alright, remember the circumference is equal to C equals pi times D or 2 pi r. But since we're given the diameter in this one, I want to use this formula. So then C equals, fill in what you knew, pi is 3.14. The diameter is 170. Just put it in your calculator and multiply 3.14 times 170. And you get 533.8 kilometers. Is it squared? Do you put the exponent on it like when you find an area? No. It's like perimeter. It's just measuring around the outside. So leave it as is. Round to the tenths if you need to. Pi times diameter. We got 533.8. Okay, let's look at another one. Okay, on this one, the 4 yards. Is that the diameter or is that the radius? Okay, it's the radius. So you can use either formula. You can use the pi times D, or you can use the 2 pi r. I'm going to get the same thing either way. If I use this one, I do 3.14, and I have to figure out what the diameter is. Well, 4 is the radius, and it's halfway across, which means my diameter is all the way across and twice that, which would be 8. Or 2 times 3.14 times the radius, which is 4. And you see, once again, 2 times 4 would give you 8. So I'm going to get the same thing either way. 8 times 3.14 gives you 25.12. If you rounded that to the tenths place, it would be 25.1 yards. Okay, you get the same thing either way. Okay, make sure this is in your notes, both these examples. Then, let's move on to radius. Not radius, sorry, area. Okay, so for the area, I wrote your formula over here. Make sure that you get it in this box. A equals pi r squared. So we need the radius in this formula, so always make sure you find your radius. So is the 5 the diameter or the radius? It's the radius, so it's what we need. Fill in pi. I'm just filling in the formula right here. and then my radius is 5, and I need to square the radius. You should remember doing these from last year, and possibly the year before. Alright, 5 squared does not mean 5 times 2, it means 5 times 5, and that is 25 times 3.14. Once you get that and multiply, you have your answer. So 78.5 inches, and this is finding the area, so you do put that exponent up there and square it. So A equals 78.5 inches squared. All right, let's do another one. Okay, we're going to find the area. I'm going to write your formula again. This is the one and only formula for the circle for area. Use it every time. Pi r squared. Okay, is 12 the radius or the diameter? 12 is the diameter. And it's all the way across. The radius only goes halfway across, so that means half of 12, which is 6. Now, fill in 3.14. The radius is 6, and square it. 6 squared is not 6 times 2, it's 6 times 6, which is 36, times 3.14. And you get, if I plugged it in right, and I hope I did, feet squared. If you rounded it, you're going to get 0.0, so if you just want to say 113 or 113.0, either one is fine. And we're done. So today, that's it for circles, for finding the area and finding the circumference. Any questions, send me a message.